I had only been out of the side of the country once before, so it was I kind of knew the drill. I've been flying several times. I've been all over the country, but I remember I could not fall asleep on the airplane. I didn't really try, honestly, but I couldn't fall asleep on the airplane. I've never been good at falling asleep on moving objects, I suppose, transportation. And so when we got off of the plane, I was dead tired. I was just absolutely gone. I almost fell asleep on one of the I almost fell asleep on one of the carousels where the baggage comes off. I'm falling onto it. But my mission president, when he came to greet us, he saw that and he's like, "Elder, if you're having a hard time, let's just take you back to the mission home and we'll get you on a car." I'm like, no, 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 I can't miss out on this. I've got to do this. I got to be strong. And so they took us on to they're called U-Bahns, and it just means the subway. No, well, actually, we were on S-Bahns. Sorry, S-Bahns are suburban trains, and the S-Bahn would take us all the way to the mission home. And so while we were on there, we got to talk to people and we had to converse. And I remember I sat next to these two women. Both of just come from Berlin for different reasons to Munich. And I remember, I don't know, I had this confidence, this happiness. It was overriding happiness. I was tired, I was exhausted, but I was so happy to be there and start talking to people. And I remembered those conversations, and I remember actually doing very well, considering I'd only had 9 weeks of experience of German. And both were decently impressed. Both thought I was there for Oktoberfest, which had happened a few weeks earlier. But I started talking to them, and I got some very interested remarks from them about what I was doing. They weren't super excited about everything, but they were curious to know why I had come there. And I remember that as my first actual mission experience. It was a very, very interesting experience on that train, and it kind of helped set the standard for me for what my mission was going to be like. I served in more areas than most of my mission. I served in 6. Most will only serve about 4, maybe 5. 5's pretty, 3 to 5 is average. So 6 was a little bit higher than most. I served about a year equivalent in Bayern itself, and then 6 months was in Vienna in Austria, and then the other 6 months was in a town right next to Stuttgart. So I kind of have a strewn effect across the mission. I never went to Switzerland. No one goes there, unfortunately. Switzerland closed its borders, and only people from the European Union are able to get in for visas. So missionaries don't really serve there, though there are several areas that are on the borderline that kind of go back and forth. So it's not impossible to go to Switzerland. You just won't serve in the heart of it.